Hi everyone, welcome to JavaScript coding challenge. In today's video, you have to find the below code output and you have 4 options to select from. And the question is, you have a function func which is having an array parameter and it is having two values, that is x equal to 1 and y equal to 2. And finally, you are trying to print x plus y. And you are invoking this particular function, you are passing an empty array and also you are passing an array with values 2 and 3. And the options are, the first option is syntax error, only one parameter expected. The second option is value 3, third option is 5 and fourth option is 8. So please try from your end and see what is the output you are getting. And before that, okay, before we deep dive into this particular solution, right, if you like this particular challenge series, then please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, so that you will be getting notifications of the upcoming videos, and also you can explore more videos that are previously published in this particular series. So let's try from our end and see what is the output we are getting. So I have this particular script available in the test.js file, which I am calling it from the index.html. Okay, as you can see over here. So let me run this and make sure that everything is running fine. Okay, so I am running this and yes, it's running fine. And let me go to sources. Okay, in the sources section I will be going, okay, and put a breakpoint over here. And we just deep dive into the question. Okay, so the question says that we have a function func and which is having an array which is having values x equal to 1 and y equal to 2, and which is been assigned to an empty array. So what it does is, what is this syntax called? This is an example of a destructuring, right? Destructuring principle in JavaScript. So where we are actually destructuring the values x and y from this particular array, and we are actually defaulting that particular value to 1 and 2. So just we will have an overview of default function parameters. It allows the named parameters to be initialized with default values. Okay, if there are no values or undefined is passed, then we can actually consume this default values. And this default function parameters can be applied with destructured parameters. So this is an example of a destructured parameters, where we are actually providing values for the destructured parameters with 1 and 2 if there are no values passed to this particular array, right? And finally, we are trying to print console.log of x plus y. So in this case, what happens, we are invoking this particular function, we are passing an empty array, okay, and also we are passing 2 and 3. But you can see that this particular function is expecting only one parameter. So you can see over here, right? So when I hover the mouse over func, you can see it is expecting only one parameter, that is x and y, or an empty first an array. Okay, it does not have a second parameter. And here actually we are trying to pass two parameters. So what will happen for the second parameter? So that will actually get ignored, and only the first parameter will be taken into consideration. And what happens to this first parameter? This first parameter is an empty array. So if it is an empty array, what will happen? It will actually take the values that are already defaulted. Okay, it will take x equal to 1 and y equal to 2, and hence you can guess the answer. The answer would be, we'll just see, okay, before we actually see. So I am just putting a breakpoint, so you can see x is 1 and y is 2. Okay, you can just see over here x equal to 1 and y equal to 2. And now if I just go ahead and print, you can see that it will be printed as 3. So the answer is 3, that is option B. So for more detail, so if this particular empty array is not there and if it is 2 and 3, then what will happen? In this case, it will actually overwrite whatever value is defaulted, because we are providing values to x and y, right? It's not an empty array. We are having values 2 and 3. So this 2 will be taken into the value of x and 3 will be taken into value of y, and hence the answer would be, you can guess the answer. So let me refresh it and it will actually go into the so you can see here 1 and 2 has been overwritten by 2 and 3, whatever value we are actually passing from func, and hence the answer would be, in this case it would be 5. Okay, so here you can see it is 5. So if it is, this is the case, then the answer would have been C, but as per our question, it is answer is B. Okay, So now there is another scenario. Okay, if we are not passing anything in func, in that case what will happen? So in this case also, because it's already defaulted to x equal to 1 and y equal to 2, even if we are actually not passing any value in this case, right? So let me remove this breakpoint and just we'll see the console. So you can see here, then also the answer would have been 3, because it's already having default values 1 and 2. So even if there are no parameters that are passed into func, the values will be assumed as 1 and 2, and it will be 1 plus 2, that is 3 is getting printed. Okay, and there can be other scenario. Yeah, there can be other scenario, like if it is having 2 parameter. Okay, if it is having 2 parameter, and here also it is having say for example, okay, and here if you are actually trying to do z and a, and you are trying to add those things. Okay, z plus a, in this case what will be the output? We can see over here. So here you can see it is 8. So what happened is we are having actually passing 2 parameters, and 2 parameters we are not having any default values over here. So whatever value we are actually passing from this 2 and 3, that value get added over here, and then and hence it will be becoming 8. So what happens if you are passing only 2? So in that case what will happen? Okay, you can see here it is nan, because the value of a, it is undefined. Okay, because we are not passing any value to a, and hence it will become undefined, and hence it is the answer is not a number. Okay, so those are the various things that you can actually explore. There are many others, so default parameter and non-default parameters, you can explore more on that. So in this particular case, okay, so we have just, okay, there is no z and a, and just we'll take this particular example, and the answer you can see it is 3. So for your just a recap of what we have actually gone through, so default function parameters can be allows the named parameters to be initialized with default values, even if you are not providing any value, okay, or passing any value. So that will be actually considering the default values, and it can be applied with destructured parameters. So in this case we are actually using a destructured parameter pass to n function, and the answer in this particular question is option B. So that's it for today's video. Thanks a lot for watching.